This is Greater Media News.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Zoufeerah Isah. Here are the top stories. The federal government has ordered the immediate closure of 41 federal unity colleges over rising security concerns. The directive was issued through a circular dated November 21, 2025 from the Federal Ministry of Education. According to the document, the Minister for Education, Tunji Alausa, approved the shutdown following recent security challenges in parts of the country and the need to prevent breaches. The circular asked principals of affected schools to enforce the closure without delay. The 41 schools are in states across the Northwest, Northeast, North Central, and parts of the South. More than 200 children have been abducted after gunmen stormed a Catholic school in western Nigeria, in one of the country's largest mass kidnappings in recent years. The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) said attackers struck St. Mary's School in the Papiri community of Niger State's Agwara district early on Friday morning, seizing 215 pupils along with 12 teachers. Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has announced the release of 38 persons who were recently abducted during an attack on Christ Apostolic Church in Eruku, Ekiti local government area of the state. In the same vein, 50 of the abducted school pupils of St. Mary Private Primary and Secondary Schools, Niger State, have reportedly escaped from their captors and have reunited with their parents. In line with the judgment of a federal high court in Abuja, the Department of State Services (DSS) has moved the convicted leader of the proscribed Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), Nnamdi Kanu, to the Nigeria Custodial Center in Sokoto. Delivering judgment on Thursday, Justice James Omotosho of a federal high court in Abuja had said the secret police should move Kanu to any correctional facility within the country apart from Kuje in Abuja. Justice Omotosho had convicted and sentenced Kanu to life imprisonment on a 7-count charge of terrorism. The grand finale of the 2025 Lift Above Poverty Organization quiz competition was held last week Friday in Akure. Our representatives at the event, Osalusi Oluwadamilare and Adetono Oluwatoni, came third, receiving laboratory equipment and a plaque as prizes. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin will try once again on Thursday to launch its New Glenn rocket. When it eventually blasts off, the 322-foot 98-meter New Glenn rocket will have the task of sending the U.S. Space Agency NASA's Escapade twin spacecraft to Mars in a bid to study the red planet's climate history with the eventual hope of human exploration. Physicists have created a visible, self-sustaining time crystal using swirling liquid crystals that move in endlessly repeating patterns when illuminated. Imagine a clock that runs forever without batteries or wiring, its hands turning on their own without stopping. In a recent study, physicists at the University of Colorado Boulder used liquid crystals, the same materials found in phone screens, to build something that echoes that idea. Their work produced a new form of what is known as time crystal, a phase of matter in which components such as atoms or particles remain in continuous motion. It's time for entertainment and sports news. Aisha Sodiq is standing by in our other studio. Good morning, Aisha. Good morning, Zoufeerah. Now on entertainment scene.
I am a girl who loves my island, and the girl who loves the sea. It calls me. One day I'll know how far I'll go.
has given us a first look at the new film, Moana, with a teaser trailer. Moana is an upcoming American musical adventure film that is a live-action adaptation of Disney's 2016 animated film Moana, and the third installment in the Moana franchise. Moana is scheduled to be released by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures in the United States on July 10, 2026. Now on sports. Eberechi Eze scored a sensational hat-trick as Arsenal defeated Tottenham 4-1 in the North London derby played on Sunday. In other matches played, Chelsea beat Burnley 2-0, while Manchester City lost 2-1 at Newcastle. Liverpool were beaten 3-0 at Anfield by Nottingham Forest. Arsenal have now extended their lead at the top, followed by Chelsea and Manchester City. That's all from my end. Back to Zoufeerah for the rest of the news.
Thank you, Aisha. Last week, the International Men's Day celebrated worldwide the positive value men bring to the world, their families and communities.
To the men and boys who walk with shoulders heavy from weight no one sees, who speak in half sentences because the world taught them that silence is safer than honesty, this one's for you. For the boys told man up before they even learned to tie their shoes. For the teenagers who swallowed their fears because their tears were called weakness. For the men who grew up believing that bravery meant bleeding quietly, I see you. They said your worth is measured in muscles, money, and how well you hide your cracks. But no one told you that gentleness could roar louder than any fist. That kindness could be a revolution. That vulnerability, yes, vulnerability, could be the bravest thing you ever do. To the men and boys who protect, provide, create, build, who laugh loud and love deep, even when the world pretends your struggles are small, you matter. To the men and boys, may you find spaces where your voice doesn't echo alone, where your pain is heard, your joy is celebrated, your dreams are not dismissed. We celebrate you not just for standing tall, but for standing at all. When the world made the ground feel unstable, we celebrate the fathers, the fatherless, the big brothers, the sons, the boys still learning their names in a word, quick to label them before they arrive. To the men and boys, we see you, we honor you, we celebrate you.
And that ends this week's news production. On behalf of the entire Greater Media crew, I wish you all a wonderful week. I still remain Zoufeerah Isah. No press, no information.